Okay guys, just a quick update on the current state of Rainbow Six Siege and today's update which has been dropped on console. As you can see on my screen, it's a status update anti-cheat for R6, so we're going to go through stage by stage. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read everything out, each statement, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts afterwards. So let's start with the reading. Anti-cheat status update February 2024. Current cheating landscape. Today we'll share what our player protection team is doing to reinforce our anti-cheat and security system in order to protect their player experience. Just so you guys know, this is the most read I'm ever going to do in a stream. We recently acknowledged the increased frustration that players have felt lately regarding cheating. It is clear that the landscape of cheating in Siege is evolving. For example, the QB system on PC is directly impacting cheat creation by making new cheats more difficult to create. It has been extremely successful in shaking up the cheat ecosystem, with some cheats providers leaving or shutting down. However, new solutions and additional security measures can often act as double-edged swords. We deter less experienced cheat makers, but those that are well implemented will work harder to release new functional and undetectable cheats. This is why fighting cheats is a continuous endeavour. We've now made a concentrated push to guarantee the necessary resources that Siege needs. As part of this, we have created a special task force. We call this task force our Strike Team, supporting player protection with anti-cheat and security in Siege. This Strike Team has brought experts from multiple fields together in order to accelerate our ability to fine-tune our anti-cheat solutions and target the most prolific cheats head-on. Let me just take a quick drink. Preventing cheat features and exploits. We now know that there are undetected cheats and gameplay exploits currently live in the game, which are leading to a deteriorated gaming experience. This is why we've implemented a Strike Team to tackle some of the problematic cheats and exploits currently working in the game. It's crucial, however, that we not only react to cheats but also work to make cheat creation more difficult, and to this end our Strike Team has also been working on adding further encryptions throughout the game. Cheats addressed. We've addressed a number of cheats over the recent months, with updates going live from Year 8 Season 4 Patch number 3. Address cheats and exploits. Various navigation cheats, various shooting related cheats, various griefing cheats, various drone related cheats. As well as this, we've identified a prevalent, could not pronounce that word for a second, cheat provider which has led to a large ban wave and contributed to over 9,000 cheaters banned in January 24 and 10,000 cheaters banned within a rolling 30-day period. Anti-cheat and ban systems. Let's take a look at some of our anti-cheat and security systems, how they're working for us now and what we're doing moving forward. To start with, we want to assure you that our anti-cheat solutions are always active and are only ever temporarily disabled to resolve issues which could affect our ability to protect legitimate players. Once resolved, the affected system is then reactivated. We do not deactivate our security or anti-cheat measures such as the QB system or MOUSETRAP for any prolonged amount of time, with battery always remaining active. We're now on to MOUSETRAP. MOUSETRAP workarounds. In Year 8 we fixed a number of workarounds that were enabling spoofers to reduce their chance of detection. Through we are aware that some players are still able to avoid full effects of our system. We are working hard to counter these remaining workarounds, and we are confident that we'll see further reductions in spoofing soon. Effectiveness. MOUSETRAP continues to find, track and penalise players who use mouse and keyboard on console through the use of spoofing devices, and have remained active and effective throughout Year 8. The usage of spoofing devices, which saw a drop on the release of MOUSETRAP, has continued to trend at this lower rate since its release. Data also shows that players do swap to controller if viable MOUSETRAP workarounds are not available, making a better experience for everyone. MOUSETRAP updates. We are currently investigating new solutions to detect to detect more types of spoofing adapters, and we've recently posted an update on MOUSETRAP to further increase its effectiveness while ramping up its effects. In this update, we have optimized our detection threshold to identify more mouse and keyboard players on console, fine-tuned maximum latency penalty setting for the remainder of the season. These changes will allow MOUSETRAP to detect even more players who are using mouse and keyboard on console, while adding higher latency sooner. As well as this, we are currently implementing an additional in-game warning feedback, can't knock in my words there for a second, for detected players, and are developing an additional MOUSETRAP feature which will help to further level out the playing field. This feature will have This feature will have a further positive impact on the match-to-match experience of console players. We will share more information on this important update during the 6th Invitational. Just take a brief break here. This is why I never read documents on stream, because when I start to read too much, sometimes I jumble words. And this is why I'll never be a public speaker. Anyway, let's carry on. QB system. At its core, the purpose of the QB system is to make cheat creation more tedious, difficult and costly, creating an unfavourable environmental for cheat creators and sellers. QB is also beneficial when it comes to bans, having the ability to detect those who attempt to bypass it. We've already seen cheat creators giving up on seeds due to the increased effort that is now required for basic cheat development. It's made waves in the cheat market while having a great impact on seeds. After a successful launch of the QB system, however, it became clear that we did not have the right long-term support in place that was required to ensure the system's continued effectiveness. We've now changed our approach and have committed to regular updates for the QB system going forward. We are now developing new iterations which will be coming in year 9, and in the meantime we continue to fine-tune and further strengthen the innovative security system. QB is a solid system for seeds, and we're making sure it is receiving the resources needed in order to maximize its performance. We're excited to share more information on our advancements with the QB system later this year. We're now into bans, data, bans, battery. Bans numbers. We have our latest bans data covering the last 3 months. We can see that while we had over 9,000 bans in January, the previous month of December was less successful in terms of detections and bans. This was due to new blatant cheats becoming available, most of which were not detectable during December, resulting in fewer bans and increased frustration for players. With our team focused on the cheats that are being used right now, we aim to similar results in January in the near future. When it shows the ban graph, we can skip that, because you can just see how it's at a certain stage and how it dips and goes back up. So now we go to data bans. Since their introduction, data bans have been a great success for seeds, finding illegitimate players that weren't already being found by a system working at forefront. However, we fully recognise that there is no room for improvement, with some high stat cheaters remaining undetected. Our goal with data bans is to ensure that we can find as many cheaters as possible while continuing to protect our honest players. At the moment, we are working to refine our data models by making use of additional player data points. This process will result in a more granular player overview, allowing us to increase the precision of the underlying system and in return boost its potency. As we continue to optimize, we'll be able to adjust our thresholds, casting a wider net with full confidence, and finding and banning more cheaters that may have been going undetected. There's more to come on data bans. We are currently developing a machine learning solution, in other words AI, which will aim to broaden our ability to detect cheaters in seeds. We'll be sharing more on this in the future update. We're now into battery. I think this is the last statement. Yeah, battery. Battery is the system that makes up for most of our cheater bans. Like our other forms of anti-cheat, Battery is never turned off, remaining active at all times, finding and banning thousands of cheaters each month. As some of you may notice, in-game mentions of Battery have been removed. This change is to make sure that cheaters aren't getting information on how or what they were detected by. Even minor details such as the mention of ban system can play a role in the creation of new undetectable cheats. This small change will help in reducing the chances of our anti-cheat system being bypassed by cheaters and cheat makers. And then we want to conclude on our plans and vision. We know that cheaters have big impact on seeds and everyone's enjoyment of the game, which is why we're boosting our anti-cheat resources. We already have results to show for this in January and much more to come. We're focused on strengthening our anti-cheat tools, tackling current high impacts, and ultimately giving the experience that they log on for. Make sure to watch the 6th Invitational for the Year 9 Season 1 and Season or Year 9 reveals on Saturday, February 24th and Sunday to February 25th for further information on our player protection plans. So that's the end of the statement. Okay, so the positives, air quotes, positives here is they said, where was it? They basically said that somewhere in the statement I read, they're developing a new learning system to battle cheats. That's going to be an AI system which comes in, and obviously the more he learns, the greater it develops and hopefully outturns. And the only other positive is they've basically announced we are trying to push to it. For me, the negatives are when they mention the QB system. It is a positive. It's a positive for every console player, because QB is console, and it says the QB system is become very beneficial in making cheat creations more tedious, difficult and costly, creating an unfavourable environment for cheat creators and sellers. And QB is also beneficial when it comes to bans. So basically what that's saying is if you're on PC and you are cheating, they're going to find you and they are going to ban you. Great, fantastic for PC. But when if you come up to MOUSETRAP, where it says the effectiveness or workarounds, and the key point here, when we find it again a second, MOUSETRAP has continued since its release. Data also shows that players do swap to controller if viable MOUSETRAP workarounds are not available. What that is, in a nutshell, is basically Ubisoft saying to you, if you're found to be cheating on console, they will give you latency, air quotes, to a point of where you back out and you play on control pad for a while to make things more fair, but not ban you. So my question to Ubisoft is, why the fuck, and I'm calling you out right now, why the fuck are you allowing them to cheat and just giving them latency rather than ban them like you would on PC? Don't have one rule for one and one rule for other. Stand up, be a fucking man, be a real company, and ban them outright. Don't be a cunt. And that's my thoughts on that, Ubi. And that is pretty much where I'm going to end it, because I don't think I need to really say much more. Apart from Ubi, step your fucking game up.